Welcome to the Universal Church of Consciousness with Joe. I got some information for you guys. When you check these videos out, you just relax and see what it's talking about. We're going to get into the manifestation of what religion really is all over the world based on who you are, your spirit within your finite being, your animation, because we are the Solomon of our soul, man. And we're gonna get down to some different videos. I just want you guys to check this out and feel me and subscribe and like. All right, here we go.
In ancient traditions, secret and hidden knowledge was prevalent everywhere. However, due to persecution, it was necessary to conceal this knowledge through stories, parables, and sacred texts. These texts are still available today, but their wisdom is accessible only to those who can perceive it. Even within the Bible, there are intriguing clues for those willing to look beyond the literal. Among these, the phrase "Christ is in you" unveils a profound truth, showing that the temple of God is not an external location, but is actually within your own body. Today, we will explore an ancestral secret found in many spiritual traditions worldwide. We will delve deeper into the technique of activating the pineal gland, or Christ consciousness, in a much deeper way than previously explored in our videos. Thank you for listening. This is the activation of the oil of Christ, or Christ consciousness. In the brain, within the skull, there is a place called the claustrum, located in the middle of the head. From the claustrum, a secretion known as spinal brain fluid is released, which is essentially an oil. This fluid originates from the cerebrum. In ancient times, this liquid was known as Christos. This fluid travels from the brain down through the spinal cord. It gradually descends, eventually reaching the sacral plexus, connected to the sacrum, the second most inferior segment of the vertebral column. The way the secretion travels down the spinal cord to reach the sacral area highlights the intricate and wonderful design of the human body. The spinal cord is essentially an extension of the brain. It's a microcosm of how our consciousness descended from heaven into physical reality and matter. This is the origin of the Santa Claus legend. The fluid created in the brain travels down the spinal cord to the sacral bones. This journey mirrors Santa Claus traveling down the chimney to bring gifts, symbolizing the gifts of consciousness, or Christ consciousness, once activated. Every month, when the moon aligns with its position at your birth, a germ or seed is believed to be created and planted in the solar plexus, located just above the sacral plexus. It is considered a universal creative substance, the essence from which everything is born.
Check this out. It says starts at basically the base chakra up to the sacral chakra to the solar chakra. This is referring to a virgin shall conceive. The virgin is you. You are the womb man. The woman is not necessarily talking about the physical woman. It's talking about the womb of man, which is the tomb of man. Now, I'm going to interact between what these gentlemen are talking about, because it's some deep stuff to give you some real reality what's going on. So when the Bible talks about a virgin shall conceive, it's talking about you. You are a virgin because you never had a marriage or intercourse with yourself through the process of meditation, where the Kundalini begins to rise through the first three chakras, giving you the virgin shall conceive. This is you through the process of meditation. You have intercourse. You have entered a course with your higher self to connect with your higher self. And this oil that it's talking about is outside of yourself within religion. When they put the oil on your head and anoint you with oil, no, that's outside of a physical delusion of a mind control program. The real oil comes through the process of the crossing and the oil that lubricates the right and left hemisphere and the spinal cord going down to the basal chakra, moving back up. All right. This is the oil of anointment. Check the video out. Here we go.
And within which everything exists. The oil arrives at the sacral plexus and awaits the germination of the seed, which occurs once a month, 12 times a year. This happens over a period of 2.5 days each month, when the moon is in the zodiac sign where the sun was at your birth. This germ represents the Christ, born in Bethlehem, as the solar plexus is also known as Bethlehem, the birthplace of Christ.
Boom, you just said it. The solar plexus through the meditation process. This is the meds. Where you get the word medication, you get it from the word meditation, which is a verse with psychology to get you to dial medication and keep you hooked on it. That's another story. Here's the main thing. When you go through meditation, you begin to go through all the spiritual teachings of the scriptures that are written down outside of yourself, to believe something outside of yourself have taken an event like Jesus and Moses. No, this is all a replication of who you are through the meditation process. Let me give you an example. Jesus and the 12 disciples in the boat, and the water was wild and thunder and lightning and chaos and hell, where the whole objective of that story is talking about you and your body. When you begin to wake up through your chakras, that represents the 12 disciples that's on the boat, you as Jesus are asleep. You sleep, the people are asleep. And what happens is your consciousness begins to arise and wake you up to tell you that there's hell going on. Wake up. This is why Jesus was the first one who woke those who slept. It's not talking about necessarily the 12 disciples. The 12 disciples represent the 12 chakras that lie within the body, and the 13 is the Jesus. And when Jesus comes out of the boat, it represents the body, and the 12 disciples represent the 12 chakras. He awakens and he says, peace, be still. And he's ordering the others to come out of their boat. Just like Abraham. Abe represents the breath. Ham represents peace. And just like Esau and Jacob's that represents the left and right hemisphere, and Sarah represents the spirit. You got two thieves, just like Jesus had on the cross, left and right hemisphere, Esau and Jacob's left and right hemisphere. Where both of them are thieves. One's trying to steal you back to your higher self through the spirit of Sarah, and the other trying to keep you within a world of illusion, low, mundane, material, survival, greed, jealousy, and pure corruption. Now, I'm going to go deeper and deeper on this subject because there's a lot more to it. I just want you to keep in reference that. I just want you to keep in reference that everything that's dealing with religion, from whatever religion that's on the planet, is dealing with the manifestation of you going through your meditation ritual on the process of dying daily. This is what the Bible means by dying daily, by going through the meditation, relieving your physical self from yourself and going up to the spirit and connecting to your higher self, which is the inner course. Right? Just dealing with what they call the 5 photonic solids. We're going to get into that later. I want you to finish listening to this clip. And I got another clip for you. I may end this video short because it's so much. I want you to continue to join me, man. I'm going to continue to build on this bad boy because we haven't been into an illusion outside of ourselves, thinking that someone's going to come to save us. But it's you the G. Oh man, G is us, man. It's G, man. It's us. I didn't recognize that. G is us. G is us. And Jesus told you, you should do more things than I should do. You should even prophesy even more because I am in the Father in me, and I am in you. So who are you waiting for is, well, G is us. And this is him coming down to the pits of hell, to the meditation process, and to unlock the key. And the key is the meditation to get out of hell. The key is not a physical key, it's a key of consciousness, of thought, to go through meditation and rituals to get out of hell. Because each time you go through the meditation ritual, you go up to the mountain and to the right hemisphere of your brain with your higher self, which is called God. On the right hemisphere, the temple, was Solomon built the temple. He went down to the depths, which is the depths of hell and the sea, to collect Jews to build the kingdom of God through the meditation process. And the Jews are the chakra system as he superimposed them upon each other by going down and meditating the Kundalini rising and superimposing them upon each other through the five baton of solace. I'm going to get into the five baton of solace. Remember that the five baton of solace, that way has the people mounted upon the cross. That's some deep stuff right there, bro. I'm going to tell you about that one. But the Kundalini rising is just like Ezekiel. You Ezekiel too. When Ezekiel began to see wheel upon a wheel, superimposing through the meditation process, and he's taken up in the wheel through the meditation process by relieving his flesh, as in he went up to his higher self. Each part of the Bible, even from the children of Israel, Moses leaving the left hemisphere to the right hemisphere for 40 days and 40 nights, just talking about the meditation process. Family, I'm going to get deep into it. I just want to say that. I don't know. I keep on going on like that. I can't help it, man. I'm just too deep with that. Just too deep.
This seed, this oil, must return to its origin in the midbrain. As the oil ascends through the spinal cord, its vibration increases and amplifies. Initially, the oil is differentiated in the pineal and pituitary glands before being sent down the spinal cord. These glands, symbolizing the masculine and feminine energies, give rise to the spiritual progeny born within the solar plexus of every human being. The oil descends.
Yeah, that oil, once it hits the pineal gland and the pituitary gland, once it hits the pineal gland, as it begins to lubricate the left and right hemisphere and the spinal column, the pineal gland begins to secrete a golden liquid substance that you refer to in the time of Egypt and the children of Israel. They go into the kingdom of God. It represents the honey, and the pituitary gland secretes a milky type liquid that represents milk. When you leave the left hemisphere, it represents only 90% or only 10% of the consciousness of man. Let me reverse that. 10% of the consciousness of man. It moves to the right hemisphere, which is the kingdom of God, on a spiritual, metaphysical, quantum, dimensional level. Now, on the physical realm, the right hemisphere represents the junk DNA. It represents the junk DNA. Unlike the left, which represents the 10% of consciousness. I want you to imagine this. If someone can keep you only on 10% of your consciousness and put every crisis, struggle, uh, negative experience, war, trauma, to the subconscious, which is on the right hemisphere, without meditation, brings in a mental illness on the planet. It's a psychological affair because your subconscious would do what you think from only 10% of your left hemisphere, right? Man only thrives on 10%. The rest of cause and effect and disruption and chaos and trauma feeds over into the right hemisphere that connects with you at different points and times in your life where you cannot function. They call it junk DNA, but that's not true. That's only in the box of what they call the five platonic solids. Let me show you something. Okay. But before I get in there, I got to let you listen to my boy, Jim Carrey. I got to let you listen to this dude right here. It's talking about the same, everything we're talking about the same thing. So you're not missing out on anything, really. You're not missing out on anything. Just keep listening, be aware, and just check it out, y'all. Word. Just check it out.
Do you know about alchemical sexual alchemy? There's 33 vertebrae in your spine. There's 33 years in the life of Jesus. So this substance
33
comes from your medulla, makes the trip down your spine to your sacrum, which is
the video skipping some, yo. But they don't want me to show y'all this, man. Let's keep rolling. Let's do the best we can. We're going to keep it going. Just pay attention to what he's saying.
Christ coming down into human form. Yeah. And if you don't squander that essence, that sexual essence, it ascends again and goes back up to heaven, which is your thing. It's also the story of Santa Claus. Why he comes down the chimney is because this juice or this whatever substance actually passes what's called the claustrum, which is where they got Santa Claus. So it goes down the chimney and back up the chimney.
In the brain, in the cranium, there is the cerebrum. And in the cerebrum, and in particular the claustrum is sitting right there in the middle of the head, virtually. From the claustrum, there is a secretion, brain fluid. And this fluid is an oil. And in ancient times, this fluid was called, in Greek, it's called Christos. It's called the Christ. It's this beautiful fluid which comes from the cerebrum and pours down the spinal cord. It goes down the spinal cord and it reaches the sacral plexus, right next door to the sacrum, which are the 5 second bottommost fused vertebrae bones at the bottom of the spinal column. The bottommost portion of the spinal column is called the coccyx. Then just above that is the sacrum, 5 fused bones. So the sacral plexus is connected to the sacrum. And the fluid which comes from the cerebrum pours down the spinal cord and comes to the bottommost part of the spinal cord. Now, the claustrum is otherwise known as the holy claustrum, simply because of this beautiful oil, this Christos, that is produced and secreted. You see, the word secret comes from...
This is the oil that the preachers, the pastors, the reverends, they anoint you with, but it's just symbolic to what's going on within you through the meditation process. I believe you understand that aspect. Let me show you something. I want to show you something. I want you to check out this video right here. This is going to explain who you are within your spiritual aura, your power zone. This is the alternating current, a constant recycling of energy within you. Don't pay my computer, don't teach this. Something needs some work done to it. Trying to give me to pay for stuff, but I ain't paying for nothing. So here we go. I'm going to show you this one. Check this out. Right? Check this out. This is some deep stuff right here. This is you. Listen real good. I'm going to talk a little bit, then it's going to begin to talk as well. Yeah, this is you. This is the universe. It's constantly recycling upon itself. This is the atom. This is you within the atom of you. See that bright star? That's the heart. And if you go a parallel, just straight across is the plane. This is where they get the term Earth. Earth plane. It's the plane of electrical magnetic field. It's the magnetic. It's not a round ball. It's a constant onion built up on different dimensions. Creation, life, and death constantly recycling upon itself, feeding upon itself, growing intelligently. We're living in assimilation now within the matrix. But this is you entirely, but you're trapped within a black hole of your own self through the illusion of mankind. But this is source. You're from source. You're part of source. You are God part of God. Through the process of the photon light that resonates within us through our soul, which is the soul man, the light. You got a light of the world.
There is no matter as such. All matter originates and exists only by virtue of a force which brings the particle of an atom to vibration and holds this most minute solar system of the atom together. We must assume behind this force the existence of a conscious and intelligent mind. This mind is the matrix of all matter.
What if part of your subconscious is still connected to the original consciousness that programmed?
Just like I said, see that heart? That was that light that you saw within the constant recycling. This is where they get the term recycling from. You see on the trucks, the garbage trucks and garbage cans, that circle. They mimicking. They're always mimicking the universe, man. And if they can mimic the universe, they get you through consciousness or subconsciousness to move with their programming. So the constant recycling is your own energetic energy pulsating with the source, because we're all exploring. We're like raindrops from the source, and the source wants to experience all that it is by separating itself through individual life, grass, animals, the atmosphere, the universe itself. It's experienced and more or less as an algorithm for its own self to grow. And you're part of that experience, baby. All right? All right. Through the meditation process, this is how you come alive. This is how Jesus walked out of the tomb of man. The womb man is the tomb of man, not necessarily talking about a physical female. And this is why it's talking about what they call, okay, I got to show y'all this. Y'all understand what this is talking about. I'm pretty sure you understand now. I mean, I hope you're not, kind of retarded. Okay, listen. This is the same symbol. That's you in the middle. That's the meditation process. That's the lotus setting position, right? It's recycling upon each other. The Kundalini energies begin to rise and spiral up the spinal column and connecting all the chakras together, supercomposing them, and it's spinning fast and fast and fast. It goes from, as they say, a virgin shell conceived through the process of meditation. When the lower chakra hits the lower base root chakra hits the chakra, then the solar system, or the shoulder chakra, excuse me. And then this is the birth. Then it hits the heart. Now let me show you what the heart is. Once it moves up to the heart, this is the purification process. I got to show you this one, y'all. All right, let me find it now. Because they don't want me showing y'all too much of nothing. But check this out. See Superman right here? Listen to me real deep, because you are Superman. You are Superman. And let me get back to it. This computer with this bull crap trying to mess a brother up, but I don't care. I'm going to say what I got to say. All right, here we go. Superman. See that S? Once it moves from the shoulder chakra, it moves up to the heart. This is why when you see Superman has some type of higher consciousness, he runs into a telephone booth. And let me back up. He's attracted to the lowest lane. The lowest lane is the bottomless pit. It's the lowest lane. He's attracted to her on the physical realm. When he wears those nice suits, those glasses, the hat, it represents the physical, the mundane world. And he's like a happy-go-jolly dude. And Lord just disrespect him because you in hell, right? You in the shadows of the valley of death. You in hell, attractive to nature, the lowest lane. Mother Nature is the lowest lane. The Superman. Now, once Superman begins to see the horror and goes into the telephone booth, he opens up the physical form of the suit that references the physical body. And what you see, red, blue, and yellow, and with the heart. And you see this Kundalini energy rising up through it, coming from the solar chakra, where he changes his form by taking off the low domain material world, the lust and greed and attraction and the desires. And he says to himself in a low voice, coming from the lower world, this is a job. Then he goes strong for Superman. But get strong, he get cocky in. That's you, man. Through the meditation process, that's you meditating. When you hit the heart, it's the purification process. And once it leaves the heart, it goes up. It's a new mind and a new thought. It's a new mind. It's the birth. It's the birth of Christ going up into the pineal in the crown chakra, into the right hemisphere, and back over to the left, beginning to take away all the illusion once you come out of meditation or coming down from the mountain like Moses and the prophets, Abraham. When you talk about Abraham, you're talking about the breath of peace. Like Jesus said, peace be upon you, coming out of himself through his 12 chakras out of the boat, which is the body, peace be upon you. But when God commanded him to lay his son, S-O-N. Now, he could have said niece, cousin, my homeboy down the street, my aunt, nigga I don't like cross the damn town, fuck him. Put that nigga on. No, it's not talking about that. It's talking about the son within you. When he lays him on the altar represents the alternary, the alternating current, what I just showed you. Let me show you. See? Let me pull the bad boy back up. That's the 5 atomic solids right there. Those are the 5 atomic solids to get you nailed within the box. The first atomic solid, right, is dealing with Earth, the hexagon. So it's a box. They got you folded within the box. And if you unfold the box, you get a cross. And these 5 atomic solids are connected to the brain, the right and left, the piercing of the side, and the foot. It's the stakes that they drove into you, your own energy source to keep you mounted upon a cross. But through the meditation process, these bad boys come alive, and you leave the earth, like leaving the earth, going through the baptism into the water, which represents the icosahedron. The icosahedron represents the water, the earth. You get baptized. This is taken straight from out of this context of an ancient, mighty eons and millions of eons of times ago. Okay, hold on, y'all. Y'all, hold on, man. Here's a symbol that I want to get to. So as the Kundalini arises between these 5 atomic solids, you get the you actually get the Q, which is the earth. You leave the earth through the baptism into the water, which is the icosahedron, out of the water, right, into the octahedron, and into the heart, which is the tetrahedron. And that's the symbol you see on Superman's chest, the tetrahedron. Let me show you. That's Captain Planet. I'm going to get into that in a second. Same thing, though. Same thing, fam. Let me show you. That symbol right there, the tetrahedron is pointing down, is part of the five atomic solids. And once you leave that, you go into the new birth, which is the dodecahedron, which is the new mind, the birth, a new mind. You know, we must have a new mind within ourselves, and we go up into the crown chakra, the pineal, over to the right hemisphere, and you see that which sits upon the cross of the book, and that book is you with your name written in. And once you take the book from that which sits upon the right hemisphere, the cross, which is the kingdom of God on earth, that book contains your name in and all the information you need to begin to pump up the left hemisphere from 10% to 12 to 15. Every time you go up to the mountain, you begin to awaken the left hemisphere. You begin to put the thieves out. You begin to put the controllers out. You begin to put that which controls the reptilian mind that's plugged into the hippocampus, which is right in the back of the skull, which is the ram, which is memory, which is the ram. It's a sacrificial of the ram, which is memory, going back into memory, raising up the consciousness of the left hemisphere. And every time you come off the mountain through meditation, you begin to see the world different. And this energy begins to affect the whole universe of change right in front of your face, man, just like G is us. So as you continue to go dying daily through the meditation process, raising the Kundalini energy through Ezekiel, which is you, through Abraham, Esau, Jacob, etc. Sarah representing the spirit, Abraham representing the breath through the meditation process, and the left hemisphere represents the Lord and man, which is Esau, and the right, which is stealing, having conflict with the left, is trying to steal you back to the kingdom of God. And these are the two thieves that's on the cross. Same thing, same story. One thief that's on the right hemisphere asks you to remember him, because this is the one who's stealing you back to your higher self. The other motherfucker didn't say nothing, because that's your lower world, all right? That's what they meant. All right? Okay, listen. There's so much to talk about. There's so much to talk about, but pay attention. Just pay attention to what I'm saying. Let's go to Captain America. Remember Captain America and the 5 Planeteers? Okay, remember 5 Planeteers? There's 5 Planeteers. These 5 Planeteers represents the 5 atomic solids. Each of them have a ring on, right? And this ring represents the chakra system within the first 5 up to the heart, right? And once these rings and these children represents, as they say in the Bible, be unto children to come unto me. And these children represents the rings that are in you through the meditation process. Once you begin to connect them together, Captain Planet comes out and tells you that the power is in your hands. Captain Planet represents the same thing as Superman. Look on his chest, huh? He got the constant recycling of energy. You the captain of the planet. The planet bows down to you. Like Superman. When Superman becomes Superman, and not Clark Kent, meaning you clocked and you can't do any damn thing. You clocked and you can't. So Clark Kent means Clark. So once you become into your higher self, the Lois Lane is attracted to you now. And the planet is yours. The power is in your hands. Do you understand what I'm saying through the meditation process? These are all these superheroes and so forth coming from. It's a pleasantization as well through as religion of who you are, through entertainment, religion, and all this crap, man, making you follow something outside of yourself. Can you understand what a brother Caleb is saying? All right? Can you understand what Brother Kevin said? Because I'm up on it, dog, on it. Let me see if I can. Let's see. All right, Superman again. All right, Lois Lane. Now he got Lois Lane flying. I got you, bitch. He got her ass now. So he's taking over the world like Captain Planet, man. You know, you got that tetrahedron, man. You see the tetrahedron on so many symbols even when you hit play, you got the tetrahedron pointing to the right. You got the tetrahedron in so many of our technologies, and we don't know what's playing on us, right? Even in the headlights, when we go to a stop sign, you got the red, green, and yellow, which is reverse. And, you got the red up top, the base root chakra up top, and you got the three suns. You got the solar on the bottom, and you got in the middle green, which is the shaker chakra. They got it twisted. They're using cosmology, man, to control us, man. They're using our spiritual ores, the five atomic solids, to destroy us. The 12 chakras are dealing with. You remember the story in the Bible where Jesus? Let me see if I can pull that up. Let me see. Hold on, I got to show it to you. And here's the two, left and right, and yourself is in the middle. Jesus said, "Must I bear the cross and the whole world go free?" It's not talking about that. It's talking about the meditation process, baby. And here's the box. If you unfold the box, you get a cross. You are connected to the cross in the box, are attracted to the lowest lane, which is the cube, and your world is confused, which is controlled through the left hemisphere, which deal with only 10% of your consciousness, and which is this world controls. They got you within the slave mentality. Like some preachers be talking. Mentality. All right, yeah, okay. Hold tight, y'all. Got to find this for you. This is gonna be now. Here's the altar. The altar is the alternating current, just like I showed you. It's the chakra system that resides within you. All right, that's the alternating current. And here's Abraham about to sacrifice his son, or it's just like a virgin giving birth, and God stays his hand and sacrifice a ram, which is the ram of memory, through the celestials going into spring. Man, this is just all cosmology dealing with the body and cosmology in the universe. Let me try to find this. I know you're not it. And you're not it either. Okay, let's go back on this side right here. And, I know my computer all project. I'm from the project, so it don't matter to me. We know how to live. Okay, here. Okay, hold on. I'll tell you what. Oh, I can't even see up in there, man. There we go. Okay, let's go down. Yeah. Oh shit. Let's go to an image. All right, give me a second. All right. Here's the image dealing with the 12 meridians. Now, you remember in the story of Jesus, oh boy, what happened? You remember in the story of Jesus where the woman had issues with, she had issues, 12 issues of blood. Well, the 12 issues of blood is dealing with the 12 meridians. You are the womb, man. It's dealing with your body, on a spiritual level. The 12 meridians are connected to each vital organ within the upper torus field that spins. It gives us this constant recycling of energy. These are damaged and blocked through the lower plane of man and the desires of this lower world, and not understanding the spiritual self. So these energies are blocking and holding block and illness within your body construct. It brings on mental illness, birth defects, heart problems, kidney problems, whatever problems human beings are dealing with that's in the box. This is the blockage. This is the womb of man with the 12 issues of blood. It's the 12 issues of blood that's dealing with your aura system, your Taurus field. It's dealing with the Taurus body. It's dealing with all your major organs flowing up through the chakra system. They got you illified and ill, so they give you medication instead of meditation. You get it? Huh? Have you took your meds today, as they say? You need your meds, man. Nah, you need your meditation, bro. And that's what it's all about. This is illusion. This is the same when Solomon and Jesus commanded demons to come out. He commanded demons. Same thing as the women with the 12 issues of blood, which is us. This is us. It's not talking about a woman. It's talking about the human beings on earth with 12 issues dealing because we're in the box living on a lower plane of ourselves, lower existence, not using our spirit. We have the spirit of God, but it's not activated, and they're using it of the 5 atomic solids to lock you within the box of illusion on the cross. So everybody gonna bear this cross until you wake up out the boat through your 12 chakras begin to waken your soul, and then you wake up from those who slept. Because if Jesus was the first one who woke, there's gonna be others who woke too. He just was the first one who woke. G is us. G is us. Say it 5 times fast. Say G is us 5 times fast. You know, there's no J in the Hebrew language, man. But I broke the code. G is us. It's us the whole time. So the issues with a woman, which is the womb of man, which is the 12 issues of blood. Oh man, that's in Spanish. Hold on, I'm sorry. Dealing with the 12 issues of blood is dealing with our organs. That's in the Taurus field. All right. Okay, hold on something. Let me show you something. Let me get a better representation. Because okay, here we go. Let's find one. Okay, here we go. How about this one? Same thing. Same thing. I just want you that you got this image and just study this image, right? It's given in a different language, but it's talking about the heart, the spleen, the kidneys, the intestines, the spleen. I mean, it's dealing with everything that's in the upper torso. These are languages of maybe Spanish, I guess. I don't know. But in English, you're going to see heart, liver, kidneys, spleen, pancreas. I mean, everything, the large and small intestines. And these are affecting the Taurus field, the upper part of our body that has this energy flowing in and out of ourselves. You remember? The Taurus field. You know? Right? The Taurus field. It's affecting this so we can get a proper flow. But through meditation, you begin to unblock these blockages and then start becoming healing. Because what's happening then, the pineal gland through the colostrum and all that's taking place begin to heal the body as you get constantly stronger, raising up the consciousness of the left hemisphere, which is the controllers. I'm talking from the archons to the reptilians to slave, Negro, so-called Caucasians. If you want to know who the bigger Negroes, yes, a master boss on the planet is the Caucasian man. But he want to call the rest of the people that, even the lower whites, you know, the low lights, but he's the biggest slave. Yes, sir, master reptilian. Yes, sir, Mr. Icon. But there's another force that's taking place within the spiritual world is affecting the physical world as we speak today. And most people are still hung on the old ways, hung on the old slavery. No, master, don't take away my chain. Don't take away my subsidies. There's a lot of things going on the planet, y'all. I mean, that's another subject within itself. And I can get hardcore within that one, bro. For real, though. But Let's see what this video. Let y'all check this out just for a few minutes just to see what it's talking about. Man. Oh, okay. This is continuing. That's the team ones I've been watching. Okay. We're just shopping around. Remember, I showed you the 5 atomic solids. This is you. This is the power they don't want you to extract. Remember the story of David, who had the 5 stones? Same story, you David, and you are Goliath. You're David and Goliath. It's talking about the meditation process. When you're coming from your lower self, and you take one of the rocks out of the 5, make it smooth. That smooth rock is the new birth within you. And you shoot that up to the pineal gland, which is the 3rd eye, and you knock your higher self out. David knocked his higher self out using the 5 atomic solids through the meditation ritual to raise himself, to knock himself out of the illusion of the planet and became king. This is all it's talking about, man. This is all it's talking about. I'm glad I read up on it. So, and I told you about this. Jesus on the cross, left and right, which is the self. Just the same story when you see these cartoons. You have an angel on one side and a devil on the other side. It's in cartoons, so they're trying to give you the message, and you in the middle. Well, both characters look like you because it is you. And you want to bow down to your lower self by following your lower desires with the left side of your brain, which is only 10% of your consciousness. The right side, like Jacob, is trying to steer you back and telling you, I'm warning you. Nah, you want to be a devil. So you go with the left. And you see the consequences. Then you regret. And your punk ass is gonna run back to the right. And then you're happy now because, well, it's consciousness. You changed. You broke the mold. So down in this world, evil and good, it's like without the meditation process, actually, it's people think they're good without dealing with the outside of themselves, religion, politics, whatever. All your righteousness is like raggedy rags, stink of rats in the nostril, which is a power grid through meditation. When you breathe, it's all stinks within the nostrils of meditation. When you breathe in through your nose, out of your mouth, breath. Exhale, inhale. You exit the damn hell, then you come back into the hell, then you exit the hell again. You exhale, you exit hell, then you inhale again. Come on, fam. Check out what I'm saying. All right, so much I can really talk to you about, man. So I just want to get into what's this about? Don't play me now. Because you should love to play me. And I'm gonna look at this too. I'm not an experienced person. I'm gonna listen to this nice lady right here for a second, y'all. I'm gonna give you like 3 minutes on her. You got to hear this. You got to hear this.
What are the signs of a Kundalini awakening? Have you ever felt a surge of energy that you just could not explain? That might be a sign of a Kundalini awakening. This phenomenon involves the activation of a dormant energy at the base of your spine, often visualized as a coiled serpent. When this energy rises through your body's main energy centers, known as chakras, it can lead to a transformative experience. Let's break down the signs that indicate this awakening process is happening. One common sign is sensations of energy. You might feel tingling, warmth, or even vibrations along your spine as this energy ascends. These sensations can be quite intense and may vary from person to person. Another sign is changes in your sleep patterns. You may experience insomnia, frequent awakenings, or even a need for more sleep. This happens because the heightened energy levels can disrupt your usual rest. Emotional sensitivity is also a key indicator. You may find that your feelings become more intense, and repressed emotions could surface. This can be a challenging but necessary part of the process, as it allows for emotional healing. Physical sensations can occur too. You might experience temporary pains or tensions in your back, neck, or shoulders. These sensations often happen as energy blockages are released.
I just said that. I just said that. Through the meditation process, you can heal the body, back, neck, the whole torus field. Indicates what energy block is being released. You're releasing your energy. You're becoming like a god. You know, when Jesus descended into hell. Listen, I'm gonna talk about the descending to hell. I'm gonna tell you. I'm gonna explain to you what the fall of man into the lower chakra really means. These fallen angels that they're talking about, I don't know. They say so many things on the internet. You got the Nephilims, you got the reptilians, you got Galdamans, you got the Galactic Federation of Light, so many of those. You got Archons, you got all these have already been set down here. We fell into this hell. We just fell into this hell. And they trying to take the truth of ourselves and trying to say they're coming back to save us, to get us. That's outside of yourself. They want to trick your black ass. You best get into meditation to override them. And you change the whole fucking world, right? Because if you look at the box, if you take a box and imagine this. Let me draw you a picture within your mind. Listen. Take a box. If you don't fold the box, you get a cross. Fold the box up, you get the box. On top of the box, on each corner, they have what they call the 4 horsemen of the apocalypse, which is confusion within the lower mindset of man. They run to and fro across the box, creating what they call Saturn, the hectodron, which moves back and forth, causing confusion, death, war, conquering, and then moving back and forth against more or less you. That's wrong. More or less you and your mind within the box, keeping you trapped within the box. You never gonna see nobody on no different 4-color horses, red, white, black, pale, whatever. No, this is the mindset of the blockage of the mind in the box on the cross and delusions to keep you going to and fro within the hexagon of Saturn, keeping you in the grave of ignorance while you think this real world through the illusion of desires is actually real money, power, and control and all that. Blah, blah, blah. You understand what I'm saying? Your energy is a block. You are the woman with the 12 issues of blood. You sick. We sick. We must meditate. Huh? We must be like Ezekiel. Go up in the whirlwind, right? See a wheel upon a wheel through the meditation process. We must be like Jesus come out of the boat. We must baptize people through the 5 baton of solids, taken from the earth, which is the cube, to the water, which is a icosahedron, and then the air was the icosahedron, which is peace, and then the heart, which is tetrahedron, then the dodecahedron, which is the new mind in man. There must be a new mind. The new mind that the Bible talks about comes from the way of meditation. Y'all know people in the church don't have no new mind. They got some new fake minds. They faking, delusional. They get home, kick off the shoes, and act like a damn fool. Come on, man. I grew up in this stuff, raised in the church and all that. Been in the Islam, been in the military. Man, all this is programmable, lower desires of man, bro. Keeping us blocked up, man. And Jesus must, through the meditation process, you are commanding demons to come out of you, like Jesus did with the man, and his demons come out screaming and tells them their name. We're legend. What is legend? What does the word legion? The word legion sound like legend. The legend of man in the Hall of Fames and the books and records holding the world down on the false illusion of what we can be to keep us trapped within it. So a legion or a legend, a person who becomes a legend, is controlled by the legion, which is a means of demonic forces that compels all of us into religion. Religion is constantly repeating of itself, recycling, remember? So if you take out the R-E in religion, you get religion, which is legion and legend. And religion, if you look it up, it's just a worshiping of an entity outside of yourself, man. Look that up. That's all a religion means. And then you connect it to a legend, all our singers, entertainers, politicians, all the great ones, they leave a legacy because they've been controlled by the legions in the box of religion, which is everything from politics to religion to sports and everything is a religion. It's constantly repeat. Hmm? Constantly repeat. That's why I got repeat, replenish. They constantly keep you recycling through your own energy blockers, keep you reincarnating back in here, and you got to do it all over again. Replenish, redo, and they call it a career, right? A career. If you take the word career and reverse the spelling, you got re-race, re-race, family. All right, man, yo, hit the share, spread this information. So Bug Cater's gonna be back. If you want to support the channel, I don't have nothing written down, but it's Caleb, I'm a dollar sign, excuse me, dollar sign, Caleb, Kalub. It's a different spelling. It's not like the spelling in the Bible. It's Kak, which is Ka, which represents spirit. Ka represents spirit. Lub, which represents lube, lubrication. Lub is the lubricating spirit. Kalub, Gerard. Gerrard, the biggest God in the yard. Gerard, Gerrard. The brother gonna be back. I'm about an hour in, and so much to give, so much I want to share with you guys. And I like for you to share this content and support the channel. I have different things written up. Like I said, I'm a rookie. I'm just doing this trying to find my way, but I do have a message. It's a message of enlightenment. I'm going to say one more thing. When Jesus told the Jews, the Jew is the Jew inwardly. He's talking about the 12 chakras. These are the Jews, the same Jews that Solomon went down to the bottom of the sea, the base root chakra, because we made 90% of water. This is the sea. And he gathers them through the meditation process. But so when Jesus told the Jews, you're a Jew outwardly, not inwardly. You know, you won't come in and you prevent those from coming in too. Think about that. That's some deep shit. You won't come in yourself and you prevent those from coming through the meditation process too. You know, so they faking you outside as the children of God or the divine of God, whatever. You know, but we're living in the valley of shadow of death on the earth plane where we fear no evil, and the table is set before us, prepared before us. And that table is the meditation process of the lotus in the presence of this enemy. Man, I hope you do what the hell I'm saying, but I'm up on it, dog, on it. I'm going to end the podcast with that. Much love, peace, and welcome to the Universal Church of Consciousness. Because consciousness is all these religious terms. It's the mosque, it's the temple, it's the synagogue, it's the church, it's the cave, it's the underground. It's all that they brought outside of ourselves and put into controllable program systems to keep us fighting and killing over each other. But we are all the religions compiled upon one. I'm going to get deep in the next video of how we fell into this lower realm. I'm going to be up on the doggone it and how the left hemisphere has taken over, where the demonic force has been controlling Satan's world. You know, where this world belongs to Satan. I mean, that's true, but we're going to break that stuff down. Much love, peace, and like Don Cornelius used to say, so